right. We are live. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and happy Saturday. My name is Lindsay Silbert and I will be leading you through a 60-minute Vinyasa Yoga flow today. I've got a couple of blocks and a strap just in case. I like to always have props around. If you don't have props, you can always substitute with water bottles. You can grab textbooks. If your shoulders are a little bit tight, maybe you grab a belt or a towel to help with shoulder opening. So we will get started today. Seated up either on a block or just on the knees. So we're going to come to seated. And I've got a block here I'm going to sit my hips up on. Now I'll just demo from the side for a moment. So I'm going to take my block between my ankles and sit my hips down on that. Now if this is not comfortable, you can just move the block and sit right back either on the heels or you can sit between the heels. If that's not comfortable, just come into any seated pose. You can cross the shins, you can bring the soles of the feet together, whatever feels comfortable for you, but we're going to again start seated today. And welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. This will be an all levels practice. I'll give lots of modifications. Please just listen to your body. Rest whenever you need to. Child's pose is always an option. If there's another restful pose, you can take that instead. So we will get started now. So again, coming to a comfortable seated pose. Just take a moment here to close the eyes. Bring the shoulders up to the ears and then release them down the back. With the eyes closed, just take a moment to scan through the body, softening through the brow, relaxing the jaw. Feel the sitting bones ground down, whether it's on the block, the mat. Feel the crown of the head grow tall. As you're scanning through, if you notice any other tension that you're holding on to in the body, breathe into those spaces, and with every exhale, allow those areas to soften and relax. Begin to come aware of the breath. Notice of all the sensations as you inhale and as you exhale through the nostrils. And then beginning to deepen the breath, lengthen it out, and slow it down. Practice Ujjayi Pranayama, you can begin that now. Constricting the back of the throat as you inhale and as you exhale. Creates a bit of an ocean-like sound to the breathing. It helps to warm the body from the inside as well as cool and focus the mind. Take a few more deep breaths here. So settle in. I invite you to take a moment before we begin moving to set your intention for today's practice. Maybe a reason for coming to your mat, maybe intending to send out some positive energy, and maybe just intending to feel good. Take care of yourself for the next 60 minutes. All intentions are welcome. We'll be here for 3 more cycles of breath. Then after your exhale, we'll blink the eyes open. And again, feel the sitting bones ground down. Crown of the head lifts up, soften the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your right ear over to your right shoulder, taking a stretch through the neck. If it feels good, you can extend the left fingertips out. Take a breath or two here. Just move in nice and slowly into our practice this morning. And then we'll inhale, come back to center, and exhale, left ear over to the left shoulder. Same thing if you would like, right arm can extend out to the side, flexing those fingertips back. Take another breath here. And then we'll release back to center. Now, if you've got tight shoulders, you might want to grab your strap. Otherwise, extend the arms out to the side and then bring them forward. Interlace the fingers, palms come forward. Take a moment here to soften the shoulders. And then as you inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. So again, relax those shoulders, grow the spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you'll twist to the right. Take a couple breaths here. Now again, if the shoulders are tight, grab onto that strap and work here. Take another 2 cycles of breath. Inhales to lengthen the spine. Exhales, maybe twist in a little bit deeper. 1 more breath here. Then we'll come back to center, release the arms, and then bring the fingertips behind you. Open the heart as you lean yourself back, and then maybe you lift your hips off the block just for a moment to stretch through the quads, those thighs. 1 more breath here. And then we'll set the hips back down on the heels or the blocks. Sit yourself up tall. Arms come out to the side again. Interlace the fingers, 1 finger over, so other pinky on top. Spin the palms forward, belly firm. Inhale, reach the arms up. And stay here for a moment to soften the shoulders. Lengthen the spine as you take your next inhale. And as you exhale, we'll twist to the left. A couple cycles of breath here. So with our twist, with every inhale, we want to grow a little bit more length into the spine. And every exhale, take your twist in a little bit deeper. Last breath here, again, option to grab that strap or towel. Good, and then release back to center. Hands come down. Again, fingertips behind, and then we'll lift the hips up if that's appropriate. Otherwise, hips stay down. Just lean back, lift the heart up, and pubic bone tucks forward. So sitting bones draw to the backs of the knees. 1 more breath here. And then we'll release down. If you're sitting up on a block, move the block to the side, and we'll come to seated on the mat. Walking the feet out in front, bending the knees, and lengthening the spine here. We'll roll the shoulders down away from those ears once again. Firm the belly and begin to tip back on the sitting bones, finding our way into boat pose. Now, you can keep the feet down or lift the feet up. You can keep holding on or extend the arms forward. Just breathe here, but keep lifting the heart up. Imagine there's a string pulling that sternum towards the sky. Maybe flexing the ankles, and we're in boat pose. So I know this sounds silly, but we're gonna row our boat a little. So take your hands, row forward a couple times here. Really good core work. And then let's row the boat back. So a little silly warm up here, but really firing up the core. All right, fingertips extend forward. Now, any low back pain, place the hands down. Otherwise, take an inhale. Exhale, lower down to half boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, come on up, boat. Exhale, lower down. We'll keep it going here. Now, again, if this bothers the back, set the hands down, or you can also just hold high boat. Whatever feels best on the body. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last 2 here. Last one, we're gonna hold our low boat pose. So come on down. Now keep the fingertips forward, or if you wanna intensify, arms by the ears. 3 breaths. Lower back presses into the mat. You can always bend the knees here if this is too much. Soften through the shoulders. Take 1 more breath. Excellent, and then hug the knees in, relax the head, neck, and shoulders, rock yourself a little side to side, massaging out the lower back. And then bring the legs into a tabletop, stacking the knees over the hips, arms come to a T. All right, oblique drop. So take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to drop the knees over to the left as you gaze to the right. And then inhale, squeeze the legs back together. Exhale, drop them to the right as you gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Now exhale, drop, keep both shoulders grounded, maybe a little further this time. Come back to center, squeeze them in, exhale over to the right. Few more cycles on each side. Now you can keep the knees bent, or if you want, you can straighten those legs out. But again, keep those shoulders grounded. So as you tip the knees to the right, left shoulder presses down. And as the knees fall to the left, keep that right shoulder grounded down. Inhales back to center. Exhales over to the side. We'll do one more each side. So again, knees bent or straight. Really just getting into the core here, warming up. Last one. And then bring it back to center. Hug those knees in once again. And we'll come into a tabletop. So you can either rock yourself forward and back, taking a couple rocks here, gaining some momentum to roll over the legs. Otherwise, just press yourself off to one side and come on up to hands and knees. Setting up our tabletop, spreading the fingers, stacking the wrists right under those shoulders, knees right under the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. As you exhale, round the spine, chin towards chest, pull the belly in, cat-cow here. Inhale to wheel the heart forward. As you exhale, round the spine. Take a few more cycles of these, moving with your own pace of breath. Inhales to open the heart. Exhales to stretch through the back body. Let's take two more. Last one here. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine. Firm the belly, keep spreading those fingers out, and we'll step one leg back at a time into a plank pose. Now, if this does not work for you to be on plank on the toes, keep those knees down and work plank here. Shoulders stack right over those wrists and keep that heart reaching forward. Now, squeeze the thighs together like you're holding a block between the inner thighs. Take two more breaths. Now, if knees are down, you can transition back into your child's pose. If knees are lifted, we're going to transition into down dog. So take an inhale wherever you are. As you exhale, pull the hips back, either down dog or child's pose. Inhale, shift forward back into plank pose. I'll show with the knees down. Exhale, child's pose or down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Again, knees up or down. Exhale, back to child's or down dog. We'll do three more. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, hips lift. Last two here. Slowly come forward using the core. Exhale, pull it back. Last one. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pull back. And then we'll pause in our down dog and pedal the legs out, bending one knee as you straighten through the opposite leg. Now again, if this is too much on the shoulders, the wrists, or you just want to take a more restful pose right now, set the knees down and rest in child's pose. We'll be here for a couple more breaths, regardless of where you are. If you're in down dog, you can take any other movement, swaying the hips, releasing the neck, whatever feels good. And then we'll all make our way back to plank pose. So inhale, come forward, knees or toes. As we exhale, lower down to the belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, peel the heart up for a cobra. As you exhale, back to down dog or back to child's pose. Taking a couple more breaths. If you're in down dog, feel free to continue pedaling out the legs, especially if the hamstrings feel a little tight. Then you can play around with bending the knees, coming up on the toes and reaching the hips back. And then maintaining all that length through the spine, slowly begin to drop the heels down. Wherever you are, two more cycles of breath. Slightly tuck the chin to release the back of the neck. And then on our next inhale, option to lift the right leg from the inner thigh. As you exhale, step it up by the right hand. Now you can come from the knees too, and we'll make our way into a low lunge. So left knee comes down, walk the hands up on that right thigh, and slowly begin to shift the hips forward. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, and just take a moment here. Retract the shoulders, lift the heart up. Now options, you can stay here with the hands on the thigh, or you can extend the arms all the way up. 3 breaths. As you sink down, lift the heart up and keep pulling the right hip back as you send the left hip forward. One more full breath. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands come down around the right foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee off the mat. We're going to step the left foot up to the top of the mat. Left foot meets the right foot. Parallel the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Come to a long spine. We're going to stay here for a moment. So glance down at the feet again. Make sure they're parallel. And then pull the shoulders back as you send the crown of the head forward. Belly firm. Take another breath here. And then as you exhale, bend the knees and fold. Let the head go. On your inhale, keep a slight bend in the knees, but we'll come all the way up to stand with a long spine. Reach the arms out, around, and up. And exhale, pull the palms together in front of the heart. Take a moment, find your mountain pose, arms by the sides, palms face forward. Feel the feet evenly pressed down. Pull up on the kneecaps to engage the quadriceps. Lengthen the tailbone, heart lifts up. And then we'll blink the eyes open if they're not already. Inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, slight bend in the knees, hinge forward, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. We've already been here before. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. Again, knees up or down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down to the belly or halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale, peel up, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Push up out of the shoulders. Keep the belly firming in and up. Left side, option to lift the left leg on an inhale. And as you exhale, step the left foot up by the left hand. Lower the back knee down and walk those hands up that left thigh, hinging forward at the hips. And just take a moment here. Notice how this feels in the body. Soften the shoulders. And then again, you can keep hands down on that thigh or extend the arms all the way up. Low lunge. Just greeting the day. Or if it's evening, maybe greeting the evening here. Now, if those arms are reaching, energize through the fingertips, but soften the shoulders. Make sure you're keeping lots of space around the neck. Squeeze the inner thighs together. One more breath. And then we'll lower the hands down, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and we're stepping back to the top of the mat once again. All right, inhale, pull the heart forward. We'll stay for a moment or two. So again, crown forward, tailbone back. We can bend the knees if that feels better, but really work the length of the spine here. Take one more full cycle. Exhale it out. Big inhale. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, press to stand. Come up with a long spine. And exhale, connect the palms in front of the heart. Once again, find your mountain pose. Arms by the sides. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel the strength of the posture, feet root down, crown lifts up. And then blink the eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back to plank pose and lower down through your vinyasa, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, over the toes, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send it back, child's pose or down dog. 3 breaths. Make this your practice so you can always keep those knees down. Work with what you got going on in the body today and the mind. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step walk or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, root through the feet, reach up. Exhale, palms to the heart. We'll keep it moving now, building some heat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. If you are floating, land with bent elbows. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, send it back, breathing here. Take a moment to come back to your intention. Take notice of what's pressing down on the mat. See if you can lift up away. So as you press down through the fingertips, lift up through the forearms. Press the feet down, lift the hips up. Last cycle of breath. Inhale, gaze forward, bend those knees. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, root down to reach up. And exhale, palms connect in front of the heart. Take a moment here again, arms by the sides. Notice how you feel. We're going to move through a little flow now, coming back into those lunges, but we are going to move with the breath, so we're going to move quickly. That being said, please go with your own pace, and you can always take as much time as you need and just catch up whenever you are ready. So let's take a full cycle of breath together in our mountain pose. We're going to start with stepping our right foot back, coming into a low lunge, just to let you know where we're going. All right, big breath here. Exhale it out. All right, inhale, come to chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee lowers. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands come down, step to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, over the toes. I know we're moving quickly. Take your time. Exhale, send it back. All right, one breath here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Lift the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it up, lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, circle the hands down, come up on the back toes and step the left foot up. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Take a moment here, take a breath. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. We'll start with the left. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps back. Reach the arms up, take a breath in. Exhale, come to plank pose, hands down, right foot steps back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, send it back, down dog. One breath, full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step. Right knee is down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips come down, come on the back toes and step forward. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, press to stand. All right, we're going to do that flow one more time. Same thing. So we're going to keep the back knees down and come into our low lunge. If you want to intensify, you can always come into a high lunge if that feels better. I'll demo in a second, or I'll demo on the first side. All right, so knees up or down, your choice. Okay, full breath here. Big inhale. Exhale it out. All right, here we go. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Starting with the right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right leg back. Again, knee up or down. Inhale, crescent or low lunge. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, send it back. Breath here. Big inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it up, back knee up or down. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, hands down. Step to the top of the mat. Pull the heart forward, inhale. Fold over the legs, exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, press to stand, starting with the left side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Left foot steps back on the exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lower down, step to plank pose. Shift forward as you inhale, and vinyasa as you exhale. Send it back, down dog, in your own time. All right, full breath. And then we'll lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, step it up. Stay on the back toes or back knee down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, lower the fingertips down, right foot steps up, pull the heart forward, inhale, exhale over the legs, chair pose is your inhale, and exhale, press to stand. Good work. Take a breath here and let it go. Keep it moving. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to down dog, however you wish. Come to plank pose and move through your vinyasa or skip it all together. And we'll rest in down dog. We'll take a couple deep breaths here. So great time to set the knees down if you want to take a rest in child's pose or just resting in your down dog. So you feel some heat building in the body. All right, last breath. Next, inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Left heel draws towards the ground. Press evenly through the arms here. Next, inhale, straighten the right leg, square the hips. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Round the upper back and press the floor away. Try to even touch that thigh to the belly. One more breath here. And then we'll step up to warrior two. Right foot comes between the hands, spin the left foot flat, and then we'll cartwheel the arms up and over into warrior two. So settling in here for a moment, softening the shoulders, reaching through the fingertips, and guiding this right knee open. We are gonna go into triangle pose, so I'm gonna have a block ready for that. If you like a block or water bottle or anything else, get that ready. All right, next inhale, reverse warrior, left arm down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over. And then as you exhale, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over the left ear. And we'll be here for several breaths. Now, as you're here, keep guiding this right knee open. Keep reaching the pubic bone forward, belly firm. Maybe you gaze up. And then keep connecting with the outer edge of that left foot. 3 more breaths. Take the rotation into the upper back. Last full cycle here. And then next inhale, we'll come back into reverse warrior. Stay here for the exhale. And then we'll straighten the right leg, reverse triangle pose. It should feel nice on that right thigh. And then we'll come on up, setting up for triangle pose, arms to a T. We'll inhale, lengthen forward, and exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. So bring that right hand wherever it falls, the shin, the foot, the floor. I love my block here. Keeping a micro bend in the right knee. And the right hip hugs into the midline of the body. Few breaths. If you really want to challenge your core, you can take the right arm and slide it out in front. Last few breaths here. All right, bend the front knee, come back to warrior two. Take an inhale. As you exhale, circle the hands down, step to plank pose. Bring the feet together and roll to the outer edge of the right foot, coming into side plank. Right hand comes to the middle of the mat. Left arm reaches up. Lift those hips up. You can always set the right knee down, or maybe lift that left leg up. Wherever you are, flex the ankles. Press out of that right shoulder. One more breath here. And then we'll come back to plank pose and either move through a vinyasa or go right to down dog. Take a breath. All right, left side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Right heel draws down, pressing evenly through the arms and the shoulders. And then we'll slowly straighten that left leg, square the hips, and then hug the knee in towards the nose, coming into plank pose. So short plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, firm the belly, round the upper back. One more breath here. Good, and then step into warrior two. Left foot steps, cartwheel the arms open, and make sure front heel is aligned with back inner arch. Work this left knee open. Reach the fingertips away from each other. So you want the right leg working towards straight, and you want the left leg almost at a 90-degree angle. So you might need to widen your stance. Left knee stacks right over that ankle. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, side angle, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. You can also reach straight up if that feels better. Now again, keep this knee drawing open. Lengthen, so you want the frontal hip points to draw up towards the lower ribs to protect the lower back. Head back, and again, rotate into the upper back here. Couple deep breaths. Keep the belly firm. Last cycle. And we'll reverse warrior as we inhale. Exhale, reverse triangle. Straighten that left leg. And again, that should feel nice release. And then we'll set up for triangle pose. So arms to a T. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches up. And settle into your triangle pose. Tucking the left hip in. Lengthening through the left side of the torso, really through both sides, but especially that left side. And stamp all four corners of both feet down onto the mat. Scissor the thighs together. One more breath here. And then we'll come up to warrior two. And then cartwheel the hands down. Step to plank pose, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, and reach the right arm up, side plank. Again, left knee can come down, and lift the right leg up, but flex the ankles, lift the hips, head comes back a little bit. Take another breath. Press out of that left shoulder. Good, and then come to plank pose, and either vinyasa or down dog. And we'll rest. Either hang out in down dog or set the knees down and take a child's pose. If you need to towel off or grab some water, do so now. All right, 2 more cycles of breath wherever you are. Notice how you feel in your body. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Step walker, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand as you inhale. And palms connection in front of the heart. Exhale. Step the feet together, big toes together, heels slightly apart here. On your next inhale, we'll find our way into chair pose. As you exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, take a twist to the right. Now glance down at the left knee. Pull the left knee back so knees stay in line. And then shift the weight back into the hips, or excuse me, back into the heels as you twist into the upper back. Now staying in our twist, bring all the weight into the right foot. We're going to step back into a crescent lunge twist. So come up on the left toes, step the left foot back, and readjust the feet if you need to. We'll stay here in our twist. You can always set the left hand down and reach the right arm up. Otherwise, keep the elbow outside that knee. Drive through the left heel. Lift up on that left knee. One more breath. And then we'll come back into crescent pose. So come on up, bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis, belly in, and then straighten through that leg. Scissor the inner thighs together. Lift the heart up, one more breath. And then we'll bring the hands down, set the left knee down, and we're coming into half splits. So I'm going to grab my blocks for this. You can grab blocks or textbooks. Shift the hips right over that left knee, and then we'll straighten the right leg out, pull the toes towards us. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, maybe folding over that right leg. But keep pulling the toes and that right hip crease back. If you practice full splits, you can absolutely go into that now. Wherever you are, take 3 breaths. Last one here. Bend the right knee. And then heel toe the right foot over to the right. Both hands come inside the right foot, coming into lizard pose. So you can be up on the, have the back knee down, or you can tuck the toes, lift up on that back knee. You can also come down to forearms. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Now, if the right knee wants to go out to the right, you can let it, but let those toes go with it. Keep the heart reaching forward. Again, make this work for you. You can also bring forearms or hands down to a block. Deepest breaths. 2 more here. Slowly walk yourself back up if you came down. Come to plank pose and either take a vinyasa or go right to down dog. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, send it back. Next, inhale, lift the right leg up. As you exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, round the upper back, press the floor away. And then we'll step the right foot up, right by the right hand. Come onto the fingertips, step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Rise on your inhale. And palms connect in front of the heart, exhale. All right, here we go, left side. Step the feet together, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, and we'll inhale, chair pose. Exhale, palms to the heart. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, take your twist. Right elbow outside that left knee. All right, look down at the knees. Pull the right knee back. That'll pull that hip back. And then twisting into the upper back here. Lead into the heels. Tailbone lengthens back as the crown lengthens forward. All right, all the weight comes into the left foot. Come up on the right toes. Slowly, slowly transition back into your crescent lunge twist. All right, options, back knee up or down, right hand down, left arm up, or any other modifications on a twist you like. Again, rotation into the upper back here. Keep lifting up on that back knee. Last cycle of breath. Okay, use the core to make the transition into crescent pose. Ooh, little off balance. Bend the back knee, tilt forward, belly firm, and then straighten through that back leg. Breathing here. Last cycle. All right, hands down, back knee down. Find your half split. So straighten the left leg. Curl the toes back. And again, pull this left hip crease back so hips are level here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, maybe fold in. Just breathe. Option to slide out into full splits if that's in your practice. Keep your breath smooth and deep. Last cycle here. All right, bend the left knee. Heel toe that left foot over to the side. Both hands come inside. We're coming into our lizard pose. So again, so many options. Back knee up or down. You can be on the hands, on the forearms, on a block. Left knee can go out to the left, but let the toes go with it. And we'll be here for 5 breaths. Heart keeps forward. Back knees lifted. It's a little bit more work, so do what is appropriate for the body today. Last breath. And then come to plank pose. And either go to down dog, child's, or vinyasa. All right, from down dog, lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, press the floor away. Take a breath here. And then we'll step the left foot up, come onto the fingertips, pull the heart forward, and then we'll step the right foot up to meet the left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, palms connect into the heart. All right. Whew. A little hot here today. Okay, last vinyasa of our practice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, or skip it. Open the heart, inhale. And exhale, back to down dog. Take a few breaths. Maybe set the knees down and take a rest. Notice how you feel. Take a moment to revisit your intention. All right, moving on. If you're in down dog, come forward into plank pose. If you are in child's pose, come into plank pose as well, again, on the knees or the toes, and we're gonna lower into forearm plank. So set one forearm down, set the other forearm down, and make sure they're shoulders distance apart. So if you can't grab opposite elbows, just set the knees down, readjust, and then we'll come into our forearm plank and bring the palms together. You can interlace the fingers or just bring the palms together, but make sure hips and shoulders are in line. So butt is not popping up, and make sure that butt is not sagging down. Pull up on the kneecaps and reach the heart forward. Take a breath here. And then walking into dolphin pose, walk the feet in. So this is down dog on the forearms. 5 breaths here. Tuck the chin to release the neck. And then press the forearms into the mat and lift out of the shoulders. And breathe as you firm the belly. One more breath here. And we'll walk the feet back, shifting the heart forward once again, coming into our forearm plank. All right, we'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathing here. Pull up on those kneecaps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Find your Sphinx pose. Forearms down, palms pressing into the mat, and then pull the heart forward. Tops of the feet press down, and really drawing those elbows back towards the rib cage. Take a breath here. And lower down, make a little pillow with the hands, rest the forehead. And then interlace the fingers at the lower back. Press the tops of the feet down, belly firm, and then as you inhale, we'll peel the heart up, reach the knuckles back, and then lift the legs up. Now again, if you've got that strap and it's hard for you to interlace the fingers, grab the strap. Keep the crown of the head lengthening forward, and bring the big toes together. A couple breaths here. And then release, place one cheek on the mat. All right, coming up for one more, we'll interlace one finger over. So other thumb, other pinky on top. Belly firm, pubic bone presses down, and we'll inhale, lifting up, Shalabhasana, round 2. All right, knuckles back, keep a micro bend in the elbows. And again, neck stays long, so your gaze is right down. Spin the inner thighs up. Keep the belly firm. Maybe lift up one more pair of ribs, one more breath here. And then release, place the other cheek on the mat. And then we'll set the forearms down. And bring the left forearm parallel with the front of the mat. And then we'll bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand, and draw that foot in for a quadricep stretch. Stretching the front of the thighs. Create a little resistance, so kick the foot back as you pull the foot in. If this is too much to be on the left forearm, you can also come onto that hand or come onto a block. Release the right leg. Bring the right forearm parallel to the front of the mat, and then we'll bend the left knee, reach back, and grab that foot with the hand. And again, as you pull the foot in, resist. Foot presses back. Bring that shoulder open a little bit. A couple breaths here. And then we'll slowly release and come into a child's pose. And just come on down. Reach the arms back. Rest the forehead on the mat or a block. Take a couple deep breaths. And slowly walk yourself up. Cross the ankles, sit back behind the legs. Stretch the legs out in front of you. All right, bend the knees, feet plant down on the mat. Bring the hands behind you, fingertips face forward, and then we're gonna roll up into a reverse table. So roll yourself up, open the heart, let the head go. Press into all 4 corners of the feet. Take a breath here. One of my favorite ways to get into a hip stretch, and then we're going to cross the right ankle up and over the left thigh, lower the hips down. Lots of options. You can come down to the forearms, or if you want to make this more intense, you'll scoot the hips closer to the left heel. Again, keep flexing this ankle. Take 5 breaths here. Right knee gently presses forward. Soften the shoulders. If you're looking to get a little bit deeper in the hips, I'll be teaching a yin yoga class immediately following this at 11:30, and that will be centered on the hips. So if you're a runner, cycler, or you sit a lot, this will be a great class for you. All right, let's release. We'll do the other side. So if you move the hips forward, move them back. Hands come back behind, and we'll rock on up into another reverse tabletop. So again, just stay here for a moment. Really nice to stretch the shoulders after lots of chaturangas. And then we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh and set those hips down. Now again, if you want a little less, you can come on down to the forearms. If you want a little bit more, scoot the hips in towards the right heel. Flex the left ankle back. And draw that knee forward as you breathe. Last couple cycles here. Deepest breaths you've taken all day. And we'll slowly release. And we'll come into a wide leg forward fold. So open the legs to the sides. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Bring the fingertips behind you to really lengthen the spine. If you feel enough of a stretch in the inner thighs and legs, you can stop right here. Otherwise, walk yourself forward to any degree. You can also sit the hips up on something and breathe. Keep drawing those toes back. Heels press forward. Slowly walk yourself up, and we'll slowly bring the legs together. We'll come into a seated forward fold. I'm going to use my strap here, so if you have a towel or a strap, grab it. Otherwise, you can just extend the arms up and reach forward. Otherwise, lengthen the spine as you inhale, and then as you exhale, we'll hinge forward. Again, grab whatever you can, and you might want to move this fleshy part so your sitting bones are grounded straight down. And just as you come forward, breathe. It's not about grabbing the feet. It's not about touching the belly to the thighs. We just want to lengthen through the entire back body. Deepest breaths here. Cycle. Release that. Come on up. Move the strap to the side if you have it. Bend the knees, feet down. We'll lower onto the back, but we'll lower nice and slow to really work the belly one more time. Now, again, lower back pain, place the hands down. Otherwise, fingertips extend forward and slowly, slowly lower all the way down. And then take a full body stretch here, arms overhead, legs forward. Hug the right knee in. Bring the right arm out to a T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come in for a twist. Hips bump a little to the right as you draw the right knee over to the left. Same thing as when we were doing those oblique drops. As the knee goes to the left, grounding that right shoulder down. Slowly come back to center. And then we'll switch. Left knee in, right leg long. And then we'll take the left arm out to a T and then guide that left knee over the body, bumping the hips a little to the left. So you draw the knee to the right, and ground the left shoulder down. Slowly come back to center. Let's finish off with a happy baby. So draw the legs in, flex the ankles, either grab the outer edges of the feet or the big toes or the ankles, wherever, but stamp the lower back down as you guide the knees down by the ribs. Take a couple breaths here. Lengthen through the neck. Soften the shoulders. And we'll release this, making our way into our final resting pose. Extend the legs out, letting the feet flop open to the sides. Arms away from the body with the palms turned up. Get comfortable, take a big breath in through the nostrils. And exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Come to natural breath, quiet minds, quiet bodies. Shavasana, rest. Take a slightly deeper breath. Bring some movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms overhead for a long full body stretch. Hug the knees in. Roll off to one side and rest here for a moment. Come back to your intention. Take a moment to really thank yourself for showing up today. Taking care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. Gently press yourself up to any comfortable seated pose. Whatever works for you, either crossing the shins or sitting up on the knees. Just take a moment, resting the palms face up on the legs. Notice how you feel in your body. Noticing your mental state. Noticing the breath. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Lift the heart up. Bow the head in. Thank you all so much for letting me share my practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me on your mats this morning or this afternoon whenever you're practicing this class. Again, my name is Lindsay. I will be teaching a yin class in about 15 minutes. We're focusing on the hips. So it should be a really nice restorative class. I would love for you to join me. If you don't have time, come back and watch it later. I'll also be teaching power class, gentle class tomorrow morning at 10:15 and power on Thursday at noon. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy this gorgeous weather, and I hope to see you back on your mats very soon. Have a wonderful day.